All right, we definitely have some splaining to do, because if Michael Jackson did something 2 weeks ago...
2 weeks ago.
There's probably a bigger story here.
Michael Jackson filed documents, or participated in the filing of documents that conveyed the house that he owned in Encino, the family house,
home. Yep.
to Katherine Jackson and his kids. He did this 2 weeks ago.
Let me clarify one thing. Michael Jackson's been dead for 6 years.
That's a technicality.
Michael Jackson can't do anything.
I thought we had a bigger story here.
Because we have the document, right?
So it looks like Michael Jackson deeded that house, Hayvenhurst, his famous house, to his mother and his kids. Problem is, Michael Jackson's estate owns this house because he's not with us anymore. And the other issue is that Michael Jackson's estate is there to deal with the business of Michael Jackson for the benefit of his children, and they have made it very clear to us. We got a hold of this document.
Well, let's explain, Mike, because what happened was we got a document. Katherine Jackson, Michael's mother, signs this document, at least an attachment to this deed, that says Michael Jackson is conveying this house to Katherine and his three kids. And that is the signature we have confirmed. That is the signature. We talked to the notary, the signature of Katherine Jackson. And one of the reasons we know it is, number one, the notary recognized her. She was in Calabasas. And number two, Katherine's assistant said, hey, look across the street. The Kardashians live there. Right. So it was Katherine who signed it. So we're thinking, what the hell? What is going on here? Then Michael Jackson, and it was filed and recorded with the LA County Recorder's Office.
That's the problem, that it was actually recorded in the office. The other thing is, I'll give you the few problems. The number one problem is,
he's dead.
Like I said, he's dead. The number two problem is, he has an estate that watch over his business and for the benefit of his kids. They are saying, and they have told us really clearly, that Katherine Jackson has zero interest or ownership in this house. So not only does she not have any ownership, Michael can't give it to his mom. So none of that legally happened.
Okay,
it
so
is
hold
bogus.
on. So here's what we need to do. You're insinuating that Katherine is the one who masterminded this plot. And I'm not so sure that's true, because let's go back to the document. The one she signed is an attachment to the deed. Now, cut to the deed, Reagan, because when you look at the deed, which says quitclaim at the top, which is the way that you convey it, if you notice toward the bottom there, there's a signature line and it's blank. So for whatever reason, if this really was Katherine, why didn't she sign the deed?
So it's possible, one, she didn't know what she was signing. The last page doesn't say what the first page is.
Or she never knew about this deed.
Well, right, she never knew about the deed.
And
or
somebody
was convincing her that this is what needs to be done legally.
Or even more, Mike, somebody just had her say, sign this document, Katherine, this is for dry cleaning or whatever.
Right.
And she signs a document not knowing that it's going to be attached to a deed where they do this. So it's possible.
So that would have to be someone who clearly has some beef with the estate, and the way the estate is maybe doling out
exactly. And
money?
I talked to some people involved in this, guys, today, and they feel the exact same way. They do not believe Katherine Jackson would do this on purpose and take this big of a step against the Michael Jackson estate. They have a good relationship right now. There's no beef. So, and because there was, guys, we told you about this a long time ago, there was beef at the beginning when Michael died, but there isn't any beef right now. So they believe that somebody is pulling the strings on this. And like you said, Harvey, Katherine may have signed this not exactly knowing what it was.
Yeah, Amanda here in Jersey. I don't think Katherine Jackson's that smart enough to come up with this plan on her own, number one. Number two, why wouldn't the estate just give them everything they wanted anyway?
Well, look, the estate's job is to make sure that Michael's wishes are followed, and that they make as much money as they can for the benefit of the kids.
For the sake of the kids, right.
And, you know, Katherine gets a certain amount of money for her lifetime, but the lion's share of everything will go to the kids, and they're still too young to get it outright. I believe they don't get everything until they're 35. It's doled out in various ways. So I don't know what's going on here, but somebody is pulling the strings with Katherine.
Yeah, and to make Katherine look bad in the thing is heinous of someone.